So let me just explain to you how all this works, because I think this is going to make a tremendous impact in your business. So please pay attention. Make sure that you take a lot of notes, because this is going to absolutely revolutionize the way that you see the internet. As I was telling you, the internet has totally changed. The reason why most of the people fail on the internet is because they understand a few bits and pieces of how everything works. So the best way for me to explain how the internet works, it's very simple. I think that the internet works like a jigsaw puzzle. Now, as I was telling you, most of the people, what they do and what they know is 1, 2, or 3 pieces of the puzzle. However, they do not understand the whole concept and how actually they should put together each and every one of these pieces of the puzzle. Now, another very difficult thing also is, for example, I do not know if you have ever tried to put together a puzzle without having a picture of the exactly how the full picture of the puzzle is going to be looking. If you don't have that picture, which normally in a puzzle is on the box itself, it's very, very difficult to actually put the puzzle together, and that's why most people fail. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to tell you exactly how the internet works right now, and then afterwards I'm going to tell you where it is going, and this is the reason why I am right now trying to help as many people that don't get it yet, that they're still trying to figure it out in how the internet worked 5, 6, 7 years ago. Now all things have changed, so that's why it's critical that you watch this information. So let's just get started. Make sure that you watch this full webinar, because I can tell you it's going to definitely change the way that you see things. So let's just get started. The first piece of the puzzle that you need to know about is the mindset. Very critical. Once again, most people fail on the internet because, of course, they do not understand how everything works. Just think about it. I'm just going to give you one example so that you will know exactly what I am talking about. First of all, the whole idea of the internet is that you're going to go to the internet and you're going to expect and you're willing to have things given to you for free. Now, imagine how paradoxical this is. I mean, everybody wants to go into the internet, and the fact is that you want to actually give away stuff for free. How does that work? How is that possible? How could I actually make money? Well, in reality, the thing is, the way that things work on the internet, the way that things work off of the internet are completely different. So that's why it's critical that you understand that mindset. But also, for example, there's different ways in how you can actually reach your customer. And people keep on just treating the internet like if it will be a way to put a digital brochure. That's not how the internet works. So that's why the mindset is absolutely critical. Now, second thing that you need to have, second piece of the puzzle that you need to have on the internet, that's going to be your online infrastructure. Most people think that what they need to get is a website. So they go buy a website, possibly pay a lot of money for this website, and then they have, once again, a digital brochure that makes absolutely no money for them. And that makes them extremely frustrated. Sad thing is, there's people that will, of course, take advantage of them in telling them, well, you know, we have to do search engine optimization and this and that and the other. How could you do search engine optimization if your website sucks? That should not be done. So obviously there's a specific way on how to create a money-making website. Also very important, you should not only think of your website, you need to have a number of properties on the internet in order for you to have an effective web strategy. For example, let me give you some examples. You need to have a YouTube channel, you need to have a Facebook fan page, you need to have a Twitter account, you need to have a LinkedIn account, and you need to have a Pinterest account. I will tell you a little bit more about Pinterest a little bit later on. You also need to have a LinkedIn profile. Those are some of the elements that you need to have into your infrastructure. You also need an About Me page that you can actually see in about.me. That is also very, very important, and everything needs to be interconnected. So that's why your online infrastructure needs to be set in such a way that will help you set yourself for success. In fact, for example, if you go and Google my name, you will see that there's over 1 million results. Now, those 1 million results, that doesn't, they didn't just appear there as a mere coincidence and just because Google likes me a lot. The fact is, I've been working very, very diligently in creating a very strong online infrastructure, so I could be found very easily. This is absolutely critical for you to understand. The third part of your internet puzzle is your online and your offline persona. You see, for my family, I am Dad, or I am Ernesto, or I am, for my friends, I am also Ernesto, and that's the way I am. That's my personal self. However, for the internet, I am positioning myself as the Middle East #1 internet marketing expert. Now, did I actually get that title? The answer is no, I did not get that title. However, I gave that title to myself because I claimed that title. So that's actually the image that I want to give on the internet, so that I will get that credibility that I need, and I will also get the search engine rankings that I need, and of course people will take me very serious, because instantly they will see that I know exactly what I am doing, and I am the person that is actually doing it in the Middle East. Therefore, you need to know how you're going to be identifying, how you're going to be selling yourself or your business on the internet. But most people do not understand this. This is absolutely critical. Next step on the puzzle, next piece of the puzzle, is content creation. You see, right now we are getting into the content economy, and I will explain that a little bit further down on this presentation. Actually, a company as big as Coca-Cola and Google and some of the biggest brands are understanding what it is content creation. So that's why it's just absolutely critical that you stay with me throughout the entire presentation, because this piece of information is going to completely revolutionize the way that you do business. So most people think that just by simply having a website, and they don't update the website at all, that they're going to be successful on the internet. Truth is, the more content you have, the more possibilities for you to be found on the internet are. So let me just give you an example. For example, once again, I was telling you there's about 1 million results talking about myself. Many of those results are from articles, they're from videos, they're from posts that I have done in LinkedIn, in Facebook, in Twitter. So there's a number of things. Now, everybody gets completely overwhelmed because, I don't have the time to do all this content. Well, guess what? There's a solution to that, and that's why it's important that you understand this piece of the puzzle so well. Okay, next piece of the puzzle that we're going to be talking about is lots of really weird looking letters. SMM, SMO, CM. What does that mean? Social media management, social media optimization, and community management. Right? Let me just tell you exactly what this is. Social media management, of course, it covers a big amount of things. For example, you need to anywhere from reputation management to the kind of the quality of the posts that are actually created, how you're going to be doing it, and a complete strategy. Social media optimization. How are you going to be doing them in the best possible way? And community management is also very, very important, because what happens is, it's not about having X amount of friends in Facebook, or it's not about having X amount of people in your group, or followers on Twitter. If you have all these followers, what are you going to do with them? You need to create this kind of community. So that's why it's very, very important that this piece of the puzzle is also understood. And most companies and most people have no clue what this is all about. Next piece of the puzzle is search engine marketing and search engine optimization. Because of course, social media and the search engines are the biggest traffic generators that you can actually get. Obviously, that's what is very, very important for you to understand this, because of course that's what's going to be generating traffic. However, there's a number of different traffic generating strategies that are also related to content relation, that are also related to social media traffic, that are also related to your online infrastructure, that are also related to your online persona. So now you can start seeing that every single thing actually goes together, and if you're missing one of the pieces of the puzzle, you are not going to be as successful as you possibly could be if you have all the pieces of the puzzle working for you. Next is going to be email marketing. This is one of the things that absolutely amaze me that people are not still using. Email marketing still is one of the most powerful ways to bring profits to your pocket. It doesn't matter what it is. If you have one small shop, or if you have a large organization, it is absolutely critical, and people have no clue how to deal with this. So that's why it's absolutely critical. Next is multimedia marketing. Multimedia marketing is just the biggest trend on the internet. There's actually right now, if we think about it, there's just in the United States 19 billion, and I'm talking about 19 billion video views every single year. So obviously, I mean, the trend is just going bigger and bigger. Last year it was 14 billion. And right now there's more and more platforms which are video related. iTunes is growing like crazy. That's why I call it multimedia marketing, because of course, I mean, that has to do with audio and video. And if you're using them correctly, you will also be very, very effective and very, very persuasive. In fact, I can tell you, for example, I mean, right now I have my own web TV show. And it is like, I mean, the power of having your own web TV show is just incredible, because of course you become incredibly persuasive on your specific niche. And doing this, all you need is really a small little camera that's going to cost you possibly less than $200, and a microphone, and that's it. And then you will be able to create a really cool looking video that of course is going to be content, that of course is going to generate traffic, that of course is going to be viral in social media, that of course is going to make your online infrastructure together. And the whole thing is also be supporting your online and your offline persona. So once again, here's another evidence in why these two elements are actually all correlated. Next is going to be automation and outsourcing. Most of the reasons why people fail on the internet is because they think that they have to do everything themselves. Right now, using a strategy that is basically just using, sending work to somewhere else. I mean, you might be living in a city that is very, very expensive. For example, if you're living in Dubai, or if you're living in Bahrain, or if you're living in the United States, or wherever you're actually living, you will see that prices are very expensive to get to outsource stuff. But if you will go into another country, then you will be able to actually find somebody that will do the same amount of work for a less amount of money. So obviously you can benefit from the arbitrage that you can actually get from doing that. And the automation is also very important. On the internet, the great thing is that you can actually automate up to 90% of all the tasks, so that everything happens automatically without you having to be there. So of course you can systemize, and the more that you systemize, the more effective that you will be running your business. So many people have no clue how that works, so obviously they are not doing well on the internet. Now the next piece of the puzzle, which is absolutely critical, is joint ventures and of course affiliate marketing. That is the fastest way to grow your business online, through joint ventures and affiliate marketing. Now, because of course people have no clue how this works, they obviously generate no profits or no leads or no business from them. But of course, if you understand it, you will see how easy actually this could be. Next is a very important part. Tom Peters, when I was younger, I have read all his books and I saw him speaking a number of times, and he was a person that really inspired me. And he mentioned something that absolutely changed my way of seeing things. He says, everything that is measured, it's improved. So analytics and BI, which stands for business intelligence, is one of the most important things that you could actually have on the internet. And it's just very, very easy to find out. Previously it was more difficult because of course the internet wasn't there. But right now it is very, very easy to actually measure your analytics. So you will be able to know exactly how many visitors are coming to your websites, how many people are abandoning your shopping cart, how many people are downloading your free reports, anything. I mean, you can just track absolutely anything. It is very common, for example, I always ask, so how many visitors do you have to your site? Well, I have 10,000 hits.